Hey, my sweet babies. It's King. It's Moni. It's Jeesh. And Josh. And this is We Have That at Home.
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 Home. Welcome, everybody. We got a few guests. We're bringing the people together. And we're so excited.
Yes.
The gang is all here.
The gang.
How y'all doing?
Okay. So, if you guys...
Yes, and we might be having somebody dropping in.
Go.
We may have somebody else dropping in soon. If you've been listening to the podcast, you already know the crew. So we got Joshy here today. Gigi may make an appearance, and it's all love around the table tonight.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Virtual hugs.
What's going on today? There's a lot of stuff that's happened in the news between today, yesterday, the day before. So let's get into it. What up, Mo? Talk about.
Say it again.
Well, you know, we was talking about the Meg and Tory Lanez, and the story has progressed since our last episode.
What happened?
Yes, the man did come out in words. What was it?
Well, he said he's sorry for shooting her, but he was drunk.
He said what?
That's not enough. I don't understand.
Remember we were trying to figure out if it was like coke rage or like he was cross-faded. Yeah. He said it was alcohol. He was drunk.
When did he talk?
How drunk do you?
He sent her a text message.
He sent her a text message and it came out. Then he texted her a couple of hours, like 15 hours or some shit later. He texted her and said he was so sorry.
To shoot a girl to stop her from walking away. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been around a lot of drunk people, and people do crazy shit when they're drunk. But shoot somebody in both of their feet, I can't, like both of them. Like, I feel like after the first one, you would have sobered up a touch and been like, maybe this is a bad idea. But he was like, boom, another one.
He was like, I'm going to make you the same height as me. Boom.
Tory Lanez is trigger happy for sure, because two of them.
Nah, we're going to wait till the trial so we can really know what happened, because I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be a trial because she denied it unless they decide to come back around.
She denied what? That it happened?
She denied that that he was the person who did this. I don't know what story she told him. And on that note, our other guest is here. Our other family member is here. Everybody, give it up for the G.
And we do it.
We got that at home.
What?
We'll give her a minute to gather her screen up and her audio and all of that. What up, Tina?
Hello.
Hello. It feels so good when the whole crew is here. Now let's get into this first topic, which is Meg and Tory. Jeesh said that Tory in the text message to Meg said that he got drunk. So what's the levels of drunk for you to shoot somebody twice?
He probably was crossfading. He had to be like a little bit of Henny, a little bit of Tito's, a little bit of Douce, a little bit of something, gin.
Tequila, all that.
Yeah, he was crossfaded.
Thank you, PG. Okay.
That's the kind of drunk he was.
That's the crossfade. Because there's not, and I don't even think it was coke. People don't even get into coke rage and do shit like that. Like, it was a time special. It was an elite Hollywood drug that made him say that.
Elite Hollywood drug.
She deserves it. Both of them.
So we are. So you say it's. So Moni, you say it's an elite Hollywood drug, huh? Kids don't do.
Well, we already know you know what it is. Let's. You know what? We could jump. You know, segue. Let's segue back to last week because it got a little. You know what I'm saying? I had a. My face was doing a lot. Me and Jeesh were making eyes and not connecting. I thought we were like musical soulmates. But,
we are. The politics.
Yes, this thing. So he went into, and I watched the episode back and I just couldn't get over it. He went into this thing talking about Trump saying he was being fair, but came ready for you, sir, because he went into talking about
what can't you see all
fair
the videos
when
going on here?
Trump. I have to wait until you speak to put those on because they're dark and I want to see your eyeballs. But for me, it's like everything that Trump does or says is fruit of the poisonous tree. Like, it's just negative, and I can't accept it from him. And throughout his presidency, like, it really is true. Like, he has not done like positive things. Everything he does is like a fuck up. He doesn't think if anything good happened, it was like by accident or by chance. Like, it's just not. And I like, to be fair, like, what is fair? Fair is balance.
Fair is the hate.
Talking positively about somebody who's a fucking dick and hates everybody is not fair. You give them what they deserve. I'm not gonna say anything about him in a positive light because everything he does is negative and he doesn't care about people.
Period.
A wise man once said, "You cannot drive out hate with hate. Only light can do that." So that's for one.
Okay.
For two,
you sound mad corny. Shut up.
if we're gonna be fair, we have to hate them equally. It's honestly, it's all I want you to do. I just don't want y'all to put.
But the hate
Trump
isn't
down
equal. The hate isn't equal. So what are you being fair about when you say that you're being fair with both of them?
Because I just feel like I don't feel like the other choice is our savior. Yes, he may be the lesser evil. He may be the lesser evil, but I don't think he's going to come into this presidency and do anything that we haven't already seen before. Like, we're still going to have.
But how can you not feel like, what could you say about Trump? Like, you know all the things that Trump does. He doesn't. Keem said it last week. Nothing for Black people. Does not support any movement. He's not trying to help people who don't have a lot of money. They're literally people
have not acknowledged one death.
They're immigrants who are piled up in like horrible conditions. Kids who are piled up in horrible conditions. And when we speak about him, say, "Oh, I'm trying to be fair." Fair to what?
Well, what are you saying? Because this is the same situation with every president. Every president
it's
has
not, G.
Hold on.
It's not.
Hold on.
Let's not act like y'all wasn't popping with them stimulus checks, though. Y'all was happy about them stimulus.
Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
You think that was a Trump decision?
Hold on.
And do
Jeez.
you think it was about him caring about people or getting money in the economy because he wants everybody back to work?
That's all he cared about is money, but I'm saying, yeah, I was happy though.
That's me.
Unemployment benefits, 600. Come on.
What you think
1,200
it is?
And it actually,
1,200 for some.
Hold on. What you think it is, DJ? What you say?
I said, ain't it an extra 300 now?
I don't know. See? Hey.
Extra 300 or 400.
Yeah.
But that's not him. That's not him. I care about the people and I want y'all to be all right.
So I feel like.
But the thing is, I don't see how I got, like, listen, when it comes to politics, I don't pick or choose. Like, I don't believe in either one of them, to be honest. That's really what it is. So when I just say fair, I just feel like everybody is like, okay, yeah, we're gravitating towards Biden now. But that's to me, that's still not the conversation. To me, the conversation isn't who to vote for. I feel like politics as a whole has failed us, and we need a whole new reconstruction. But as far as just picking the next leader, I feel like we're going in circles. That's all I'm saying. Like, honestly, is how I honestly feel. I feel like
what does you saying good things about Trump do to help that? Like, how is that alleviating anything that's happening? For you to say good things about Trump and say I'm being fair.
Because why do
you care about being fair?
I do feel like being fair because I want people's minds to be open. I don't want people to jump on a bandwagon. That's all politics. That's every time it's politics, that's all everybody do is jump on a bandwagon, whether it's go red or go blue. And it's just like,
hold on, really quick.
They both have failed us. That's because Mona was so aggressive about this Trump situation.
What were you saying?
I feel like I'm bothered.
I don't hate nobody. Even as I just feel like everybody is gravitating towards Biden when it's like we're
not gravitating. We're at the election time. You need to make a choice, and that's it. There's only two people. There's no gravitation. But hold on, I want to hear what Gigi said.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say it sounds like you guys are really saying the same thing, but Moni is just like Jisha's just speaking more general about it because he's including other other ways, other presidencies were.
Yeah.
She talking about Trump.
Well, this was like a conversation that came up last week because Jish was saying something about Trump that was positive, saying, well, the way that he speaks overshadows all of the good things that he does. One, I was like, what are the good things? And two, he does crazy things. It's not just what he says. He says crazy things about women, about Black people. He had people put chemicals into their body, telling them it was going to cure coronavirus. He's an evil man, and the things that he says and does have real world consequences for people living in this country. So no, I'm not going to be fair and allow him to say what he has to say because he's a human being and he has his rights. Fuck his rights. He doesn't care about me.
Okay. Well,
I say
I feel like you took what I said and like upped it, but I did say all those things, but I was not, like I said, I don't ever want to get misconstrued and say, oh, I'm a Trump supporter, because I'm not. But I feel like my argument, which is a little bit slightly different than yours, because I'm not defending Biden or Trump.
It's
You're
extremely
defending
different.
Biden, and that's
I
fine.
didn't say Biden one time. You keep saying Biden. I didn't say Biden one time. I didn't say anything about him.
Yeah, but you keep trashing Trump. That's what I'm saying. Like, can we trash both of them?
Like the way like an argument works. Just because I say something against Trump does not mean that it's for Biden. We're talking about Trump. I didn't say anything about Biden at all.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Human being.
I'm talking about both of them, though. I want them both to be seen in a bad light.
Well, then why are you saying good things about Trump and saying you're being fair?
You're praising
contradictory
Trump.
what
You're
you
not saying nothing about. That's it.
Every time we say something to you, you're like, yeah, that's for Biden because you're for Biden. I didn't say anything about Biden at all.
Are y'all for Biden?
Trump is an evil man. I don't have to compare him to
Are
anybody
y'all
else to know.
Are y'all voting for Biden?
So since the election is in a month,
Kanye.
2 months.
You say you voted
Kanye West 2020. Let's get it.
for
I didn't in no more.
God.
He ain't in the,
You gotta send
in the runnings.
hot dogs.
Or
No.
not in the running.
Morning, get the camera smile and
I don't even want to vote,
because when I
honestly.
say whatever I say that name, she just like her screen turn red.
Yeah.
Hold
That's
on,
just Trump.
hold on. We got a voter that who don't want to vote. What's that, G?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because it's
Talk
like,
your truth, Gigi.
for what?
I'm with
Like,
Jesus.
I don't. It's rough. That's all I'm gonna say. It's rough because it's like, is it a waste of time or is it not? Because it's like, is it gonna even matter or not? I don't know because obviously they out here faking votes. So
That is a real thing.
We did talk about that. We talked about how people feel like they don't even want to vote.
But then what happens when you don't vote, especially if you live in a red state? Like there's absolutely no possibility. And do we want a repeat of Trump?
My state gonna be red regardless.
That's the thinking, bro.
Good old.
It don't matter.
But the vote still counts. And I understand that people are discouraged, but it doesn't hurt to just go and handle your business.
You know what that's like? There's slavery, and you're like, they ain't never gonna let us free anyway.
Right.
One thing too, I feel like a lot of people might not vote because they're trying to scare us with the COVID shit. So they probably don't want to get in large groups.
A whole bunch of shit.
So,
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna say this last thing on this presidency, and then we can move on because it's gotten heated. It's become Mo versus Jeesh, and it's a lot going on.
I got to ride with Jeesh, by the way. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You said what?
I got to ride with Jeesh.
I mean, y'all ignorant. It's okay.
I'm not ignorant.
So for me, we're in the beginning of September, and the presidency is in the beginning of November. So we got like a month, 2 months to already have your side. You have to make your decision. You have to figure out what you want to do. We're no longer in, we don't have too much of contemplation stage left. So I feel like if people are speaking at this time about what they're feeling about the presidential candidates, it's pretty okay to have your mind set up at this point because we're here. So we don't need to be thinking about this person versus that person. I know that for Trump's track record, that we've seen a lot of uncomfortable things while he's been in the presidency. We see a lot of uncomfortable things about just him being rich. And before he became the president, he was just living his best life, you know, having all the girls in the world, spending all his money, being a celebrity. So I think that if you know who you want to vote for at this point, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But you don't need to, even if you don't agree with the people that's running, you don't need to constantly compare, because Jesus is trying to bring it together. But we're here. We don't need to bring it together. Like, your mind should be pretty much made up at this point. Some people don't want to vote at all, which is every single election, every year, because you vote every year, all year round. Besides the presidency, you vote for your people in your town. And then, but the presidents get nitpicked. I feel like we've seen enough stuff with Trump to know that he's not healthy to be in office. The top reason is because he's inexperienced. He's just a celebrity with money who won. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how he got there and for what reasons? And he's not healthy for us, period. You know, I have my moments where I feel like the president doesn't affect me directly, but it's still, I'm still uncomfortable seeing the shit that I see every day. You know what I'm saying? I talked about last week how we're dying and he's never acknowledged it. I don't feel like I could ever be fair towards somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter who else is around. Just this week or within the last few weeks, Biden had a video come out from 1986 where he was rallying for African people that he has no connection with. And he was cursing out the white man at his whatever it was, the meeting or whatever they were trying to figure out. And I feel like that video from 1986 speaks volumes, just like Trump's video of having people sitting on his lap that's inappropriate speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who's running, you're going to see shit from their past. But I'd much rather see this past, where in 1986, where shit was real for us, we had a person who was rallying for us when that shit was taboo, versus the shit that we're seeing on the internet for who our president is right now. And I think that we need to acknowledge that. We don't have time to prove points. We're here. We need to make a decision. And I think that you need to do that reasonably without attempting to prove radical points, and make it reasonable, because saying the same thing over and over again doesn't prove the point. Send me what you got so that I know what I'm doing. If you want to argue with me, send me what you got so that I can look at that. But we're going to move on to a lighter note.
I said I don't have a lighter note. No, anybody out there, just my personal opinion, I urge you to vote. I feel like when you don't, you leave things up in other people's hands, and we end up in a situation that we are in now. And it's a scary, dangerous situation, and it's completely different than what our country has been.
Yeah, I feel like we're too close to be trying to have people stray away from shit. Like, know what you're doing, do your research, and make a decision. It doesn't hurt.
I mean, that's what I said last week, though. But okay,
I feel like we shouldn't go to war or some shit.
Who?
Yeah, what happened?
Close to it.
Like a civil war within the country?
Yeah,
we're close to
Trump,
it.
If Trump loses his election, man, I'm telling you, white folks gonna go crazy. I don't mean that like right. I don't mean that in like a racist way, but I'm saying it's some white folks that's gonna go try to go crazy.
Yes, and G. Now, what's the next topic? What's the next topic?
We can move on. Fine. He talks for 20 minutes and won't let us get a word in edgewise. But
this shit is heavy. Y'all went in.
Because it's important.
Y'all need that. It's important. Yeah. I was saying y'all need that, like that aggression, like get it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like love.
That was a closing point. Was it a long closing point?
It was. And then you shut the rest of us off and was like, done, move on. Okay. But we can move on. But yeah, so this was like a topic that I was thinking about, and it comes up, and it might be another like heavy subject. It's not something that's light, but I always think about, like, I, didn't come from much, growing up. And I always was like embarrassed of my family when I thought about it. So when I would go out in the world, I'm trying to like make myself, I would never talk about like my home life or stuff like that, because I just didn't want to like that to be me. But as I get older, I really start thinking about like legacy. And of course, like Beyonce is just on my mind constantly now.
Oh, Lord.
But I'm very much like, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm very much into it. And I really am like thinking about my legacy. Like, I don't have kids. I don't know if I want kids, but I definitely want to like build myself enough to pass something on to the next generation. And I feel like it took me like a long time to get there, to get out of the like, my family ain't shit. This ain't never gonna be nothing. Like, I'm just gonna work, and when I die, it's whatever. I don't have to leave nothing behind. Yeah. But I just want to know, like, do y'all have that feeling? Because I don't think it came to me until I was like older, and I was like, oh shucks, like I want to like pass something on.
Hold on. I want to check in on my brother Jeesh, because he is stuck and he got the stank face. Let it out, brother. What you feeling? What's up?
I'm listening. I'm waiting for the next subject.
No. You ain't about to glaze over this, brother. What's up? Let it out.
Christ.
I'm not sensitive. You can say whatever you want.
Let it out. You like.
I am waiting for the next subject. As Moni said,
I'm just waiting for the next subject.
The next subject.
Leave
now.
The next subject.
Leave that man alone. He just listening, man.
Right. What?
I love you though.
I got the back of Jesus
It's not
Christ.
personal. I prepped you.
Jeesh is fed up.
I think because I don't like to be misunderstood, and I feel like my argument was very misunderstood because it may be because I didn't articulate it well, so that's fine. So next subject,
think you're very clear on what you're saying.
Because I don't want to come off as a Trump supporter. All I was saying was I was trying to open people's minds, like you saying, it's time to vote. But like you said, I'm more of a radical. I don't really believe in politics, so my vision is just a whole different. I have a whole different outlook on this whole situation.
But geez, like a real world question. I understand you're a radical. I don't agree with none of this politics stuff going on. I don't love any of these people. I would love somebody who had the like mind frame that I had to rule the country, but that's not happening. So in a real world context, yes, you have radical thoughts, but what actions are you going to take that are going to make positive change for what's happening right now? That's what I'm asking.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
so let me say okay, so right there, let me answer that. That's what I'm saying. The positive change that I'm looking for, I don't think the answer is voting for any next person, especially not people that have that.
I said, what are you going to do?
Can I finish my thoughts, Moni, baby?
But you got to answer my question, though. I don't want to hear you say the same thing over and over again.
I'm trying to answer your question. You didn't let me.
Hold on, y'all yelling so hard the phones is breaking up. What's happening? She's a not.
I mean, I'm saying I'm trying to answer the question, and she's when she said that part, that was a good segue for me. You said,
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I said, what are you? I said, it's fine if you don't vote, if that's not your thing, and if you have radical thoughts. But in a real world where things are happening, you have to be able to take an action towards what you want to happen. So what are you going to do if you're not going to vote, except have radical thoughts?
I never said I wasn't going to vote. That's what I'm saying. I need you to listen as well. Like I never said I wasn't going to vote. I never said that. I said very clear last week. I said, make sure you guys get out and vote and make sure you make a decision. Make sure you have a clear mind on who you're voting for. I said that all last week. I never said I wasn't going to vote. I don't have the answer. I don't know what I would do as a person, but I do. I just don't feel like this is the answer. I never said I had the answers. I was going to change the world. I just personally, inkling, my discernment, I feel like fuck Biden as well as fuck Trump. I don't think neither one of them got what it takes. I feel like when Biden becomes president, we're still going to be having hashtags. We're still going to be saying Black Lives Matter. Nobody's still going to give a fuck. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't feel like we can vote. We've been voting for years, and it's been the same circle. The circle of life. It's right before elections, bam, they kill somebody. Now we all out here mad about Black Lives Matter, or it's a disease got worried about. It's really it's the same shit. It's a repeat. So I want something new. I don't know what that is, but I just don't feel like it's picking Biden or Hillary or whoever the fuck. That's all I was trying to say. But sure, as right now, that's all we have is to vote. So for sure, go out and vote. For sure, pick the best candidate. You know what I'm saying, that aligns with your morals and what you need. You know what I'm saying, to happen in this country, and you got hope for. me personally don't think nothing's gonna be different. And what's this face for, King?
Because you keep doing this blanket statement about choosing the best candidate, and it's misleading. That's why you're being misunderstood in your eyes, because you keep giving this blanket, I want people to go into it with an open mind and pick the right candidate. I want people to go into it, but you're praising, it looks like you're praising Trump because you want people to evaluate both. And that's why I said we're here. What is there to evaluate?
But I'm not praising Trump. I said
I feel like that.
I feel like Biden's not gonna do anything different. I feel like Biden not gonna do anything different.
We all feel like that. We all feel like that. Nobody here is loving this process.
Okay.
Whatever.
And that's fine. Like that's cool with me. That's all I wanted to say was I just whatever. Next subject. Jesus Christ.
I hear what you saying, bro.
With you.
I'm good. I want to talk about something else.
Okay.
So now we're going to the legacy.
So now we're talking
about the legacy.
Yes.
Having kids.
Yes. Yes, you better pour it up. Pour it up. Pour it up. What it up?
I don't got nothing to pour in though.
Take it in the head.
Pour it in your mouth.
Okay, so have y'all ever, like, how do you feel about, like, your family and, like, what they have passed down to you? Do you think that, like, when you think about legacy, that your family has passed you down gifts? And what do you think about, like, leaving your legacy? Like, have you thought about something like that?
I haven't thought about it. I mean, I thought about it, but I kind of just, like, I don't have kids. And then, like, I don't really think nothing was necessarily passed down to me. Like, I mean, other than, like, you know, things like traits that I may inherit. Like I told you, like my grandma, like she always had all these things. Huh?
I said not the traits.
Oh, like I mean, 'cause I don't have nothing like a necklace or a bear or whatever. Like I don't have anything that's passed down from like nobody, honestly. So that is a good question. I would hope to start my own legacy and just like leave something behind for my whole family. I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. But I don't.
You don't want babies?
I'm gonna be a stepdaddy. Everybody got kids already.
Oh man.
I'm about to be 30. I don't want to be. I feel like mama had me young. I just feel like, I mean, not as young as mama had me, but I wanted to be a young parent. I don't want to be 40 changing diapers. Like,
I feel you. I think about that. I'm like, damn, like, because some people have their first babies older, and I'm like, can you really enjoy it? Like, even if you got your energy and blah, like, it seems heavy. But I know Halle Berry, she had her shit like 45, and she was like, she started earlier and she loved it. Everybody ain't set up like that. I feel like it's a lot.
45.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Because imagine because I know how I am now. So imagine be old with a teenager. That teenager's going to be wild because I ain't going to give a damn.
He got money though.
If it's 9 o'clock and I'm in the bed, you're going to have to just be out there till the morning because.
I feel like if you got, like, I'm sorry, but if Halle Berry got kids at 45, she got money to, like, not watch it herself. She can give it to her.
Do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't have to be a parent 100% of the time. She can.
But J-Lo had twins late, too. Like, these people, they had... Mariah Carey had twins.
They have the designer babies. They make those twins.
Yeah.
But they also, like, their lives are different. Like, a 45 in the celebrity world is way different than a regular 45. Like, they're well taken care of. Like, they're in it, like, you know,
cooking their nutritious.
Exactly. They got supplements and stuff.
Yeah. Dietary and vitamins and all that. Blue pills, red pills.
But when you said about, like, you don't think your family handed you down anything, like, I feel the same way. I don't think, like, my family didn't, money, things, nothing. And I always think about that. Like, that's a head start in life. And I think that's why it's important to me now. Like, even if it's not my child, I have a bunch of cousins and stuff like that. Like, I want to give somebody a head start. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Trump with his $1 million that his father gave him, a small loan. I'm trying to get somebody a small loan of $1 million and be like, yo, go be great. You know, like.
I got a little brother. I got little cousins, nephews, nieces. Like I want them to have something like to take with them when they start their journey to the real world.
Allie, what you planning?
For me, I feel like what?
I'm laughing because Jock had his hand raised. Like, Allie, what you planning?
Called on somebody else.
Principal, I have a question.
One moment, Allie, what's up?
I feel like for me, my legacy is more so like my name, my last name, really my whole name, because I was named after my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And of course, I feel like, I don't want to say it means more to me or like that I have something to prove, but my father has passed. So that's where I get my name from. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. And my dad, he from New Orleans, so it's like his name, I don't know, it meant like, I don't know if that's country shit or whatever, but
I feel
name is like, Yeah. And so I don't know, I feel like, I don't know. I do want to have kids. I do want to have a pass on. I feel like I'm kind of on the right path. I'm trying to, get a business going.
You on the right path because you got Allie Nails. What's your Instagram?
Nails. Hey, Nails.
It's just kind of like I have to live up to my name. Like, I feel like I'm already held to a higher.
Okay. Come on.
That pulls you up, you have to live up to it. You don't want to be like a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. John?
But I also wanted to say,
go.
Oh, she was talking.
No, I'm telling Allie to go.
Moni, like she already is like passing a legacy because aren't you like a teacher? I feel like that's something right there.
Yeah, but I mean, I really want I want real estate, land,
like generational wealth.
Yeah, like that I can really give somebody a foundation.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Some money or some property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some land.
A head start, like
absolutely,
literal head start.
Literal. Everybody wanted to struggle.
Not like a pat on the back.
Right.
Well, baby.
What up,
I'll be with you.
On me? It's on me. Oh, but I was gonna say like y'all was saying, like you get started off with a small loan or some shit. Like I was saying that it's like you see how the Disney kids start off famous when they're little and they get like they have this stage of like going south, like drugs or just crazy shit. Like, is it better to come up? I wouldn't say is it better to come up not without help, but like the hard way? Because the easy way is like you can always fall back on somebody else to get to get you out of trouble and shit. So maybe it's better to come up like on your own type thing.
But you can teach your kids values still, I think. I mean, the Disney kids are ruined, but I think that's more so like a Disney thing.
Justin is fine. Justin Timberlake is fine.
He cheats. No,
he does.
No, he does.
Tia and Tamari, they pretty regular.
Yeah, they cool. You got heard. Oh, it's about their parents. It's about what the parents do.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking
Raven, she coming back around.
Raven been chilling. We never really seen Raven in no crazy shit.
Yeah. She thought we could every country from every continent on the world. That's all.
What was that? She's dark white. Her hair, what was the Watermelon Asia, the name? She's like, I'm not gonna have somebody that got a name like Watermelon Asia. You don't remember this? She was on The View or whatever.
Yeah,
So much crazy stuff on The View. What always stands out to me was when she said, I'm not African American.
Or she's not light black, light brown. She's dark white. She was the one that said that, right? That was her. Dark white.
Right. I guess this is my this probably gonna be my Raven Simone episode right here. They're gonna be like, remember when you said vote for Trump?
No, she did not say vote for Trump. Warning, system alert. She did not say vote for Trump. And I do understand your point. I do. I understand how you think. I know everything you usually say comes from a very good place. But the man, he just makes me angry. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, he just makes me fucking angry. I can't take it.
You can't give that man that much power over you, Moni.
Moni.
He has all the power in the world. Right, we good.
Moni.
Out of the classroom.
They put, don't you dare stray.
No.
Don't do be like that, Scheme.
My boy looking like.
Can I share my legacy? I would love to leave generational wealth for my crew. You know, I talk to y'all about this all the time. So yeah, we get brought into bullshit. Nothing. Come on and put the glasses on. Come on. Huh?
You know, I gotta.
Like can't you see what you do to me? I what you do to me. Oh baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's been a struggle. Life is a struggle for the folks because a lot of people don't know shit. And well, I guess we were kept away from it, but you know, like a lot of people know how to get there. They knew about a lot of advantages that'll elevate you from birth, and we didn't really learn about that. But now I feel like that's a trend, so we're getting it. You know what I'm saying? So we're hearing about a lot of shit.
Not even never really learned about it, but just like systematically kept away from it. You know what I had thought? I was thinking about drug dealers the other day, and I'm like, yo, what does like a black man do who has a lot of ambition, and is literally like kept out of a field that can make him a lot of money, right? You do that shit on your own. What can you get on your own when you're like in a certain place? You can get drugs and you create an empire. Like that takes like a genius mind.
Genius.
Shit, like outside of the law, when niggas is hunting you down, like that, to me, that takes a genius mind. I don't think like shit like that gets enough credit. We always like ready to like shoot down the drug dealer, but like that man didn't decide to come up and be like,
that's an entrepreneur.
Because that feels good to me inside.
That's an entrepreneur for sure. And street smarts is not nothing to be taken lightly, because there's no booklet for that. Like for you to know the people that you around and how they move and how to stay on top, like that is not to be taken lightly at all. Street smarts is something that that'll
take you way more than anything. You know how to move. That's a Jay-Z quote. You gotta know how to move in a room full of vultures, like straight up.
No, for real, and that takes a lot of talent to be able to have discernment and pick up on people's personality and pick up on who ain't moving right, who you can't trust, like all that shit.
I feel like y'all talking about
teach me the motherfucking game, Ghost.
It's real though. I felt like that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna campaign to support everything that went wrong.
So do the water go in first, or do I put the baking soda in first?
I can get it for you now.
I'm lying. Y'all already know.
I learned from Breaking Bad. So
oh yeah, they were. That's the meth recipe.
I can teach you. I have a class for $9.99. No, I was
listen, I know. I'm just doing it for TV. We know how it goes down.
Speaking of that, I don't know. Go ahead, Mo.
We can talk. What was on the thing? Oh, yes. All right. So yes. So what's Music coming out. We told the people last week how we met, y'all. And we said that we met on a music app and we were singing and rapping and we all talented and stuff. So yeah, music always comes up, and Big Sean dropped his album.
Detroit 2.
Detroit what?
And it went #1. It beat out the Trolls album. What's his name? What's his face?
6ix9ine.
Good. Don't say his name. Don't say
Yeah.
Two.
We're not gonna say it on here. We're not gonna say it on here. He get enough airtime. But yeah, he beat out everybody else and he got #1. So big shout out to Detroit 2. Big Sean did his thing. And some of my favorite tracks is I like Zen the Fuck Out. That's like my go-to track. Like it ain't even that long, but it's like that's my shit. Of course, the track with him and Nipsey. That's live. I like Respect It with him and Young Thug. He got some bangers on there. I like how I like that he had the appearance from Dave Chappelle and he had the poem from Erykah Badu. Like all that was lovely, and it was very inspiring for me because like I feel like I don't have the conventional Detroit sound right now. So hearing Big Sean album and hearing like what he did, how he was himself, and it was very authentic to him as well as where he's from. Like that was major for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people in the city and around the world. So like I really appreciate this album at this time and everything that it's doing. And if y'all haven't listened to it, listen to it.
I need to. You just
I like the track Full Circle. Really on it.
You like Full Circle?
Yeah.
I heard like bits and pieces of it, but I like it. It was very personal, and I like all of his flows on there. It's like with each song, he has like a different flow that fits, and it's just like it was a good like. I have to listen deeply for lyrics, but like listen to a whole album straight through is definitely one of those.
Yeah, I liked it when I listened.
Definitely. That's from all around the world. That's from the East Coast. That's East Coast love right there.
He got real personal. Didn't he talk about like him and Janae having abortions and him being sort of suicidal and all like this type of stuff? Like he got real deep. And that wasn't in the song, but the interview I saw with him about like he was gonna have to have heart surgery or something, and then like he went to a holistic doctor and they took some magnesium, and he went back and that shit was gone.
He
and
put it in the song too.
He did.
But yeah, all of that.
Like he seemed like he went through like a journey, and he had to like get that out.
Definitely, and it's a well-deserved #1 album. That's the type of and that's the type of that's the #1s I want. You said what?
That's why he put all them songs on it, because he wrote about every damn thing in them songs.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But I just appreciate an album like that going #1, like a rap album. Like I mean, 2020 actually been kind of cleaning up the music scene a little bit, but like I'm glad that went #1 as opposed to the other album. Like that was just gonna look very, very bad for the hip hop culture.
That album was never going to go #1. Like people just like to see the hype of something sudden and viral, and that's it. Nobody cares about that person.
Mm-hmm. But I think he has to realize that he's a pawn to the industry. Like when he's up, he's loving it and he's trolling, but he don't understand like you just a pawn.
I don't think he's that famous. I don't think he's that popping. I don't think that he's as big as he acts like he is.
I think
social media he is that famous. The young
kids,
I feel like
seconds. A follow is 2 seconds. Half of them could have him on mute. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like that says a lot. He loves it, but. And
I think he knows he's a pawn. I don't think he cares. I feel like he's just riding.
But right now he's on the crime for his life and saying he's scared and saying they blocking his music and they blocking all of this. So we ain't talking about him though. Next.
Everybody loves a good troll.
Everybody about the what?
I said everybody loves a good troll every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. I always think like it's like a divide between like our generation. I feel like y'all even is in a different generation than I am. But like the younger kids, like the teens, because they're very, I don't know, they're different.
You're a child.
You said we're in different generations?
Yes.
What are you trying to say?
We some babies.
I'm like a good, like almost 10 years older than you.
You said 20 years older.
I said almost 10 years older than you. I'm about.
What the hell are you
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you really?
Jeez.
I thought it was like 27. Okay, no, we good. That's 5 years. All right.
I'm 27.
Okay, I thought he was around your age.
I'm just mature for my age, so y'all don't really know me.
And then he busts out a Robert Ducky. You're
No, but I think these kids are a little emo. I
They
don't know.
are for sure.
Listen,
Because to me, I feel like new artists, all they make is love songs. That's all I hear.
Or very
They
dark,
all
like
songs
alone,
broke
wanna be
my
to myself.
head, cry, like
yeah.
I ain't gonna
that's all
lie.
I
One
heard.
good love song I just heard not too long ago. It was by Pop Smoke. It's called "What You Know About Love." Check that out if y'all check it out.
You know,
Pop
Pop
Smoke.
Smoke.
Oh, okay.
Pop Smoke grew on me. And, you know, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to like he really died like so soon. But like I knew who he was before he passed. But like his music actually has quite a hold on me. Like,
Oh shit,
It's
y'all
bad.
in
Not
New
bad.
York, he was popping. I'm like, what do you mean? He was really big out here. But
You're
the second
New York. He's from New York. Like,
I didn't realize.
just
I'm like,
was there, and that's all that came on the radio while I was riding around. With his whole album.
it all sounds the same.
yeah,
They
I
all
like
know
Pop.
the songs, the words, the lyrics. I'm like,
Second album is way better though. I do like the second album a lot better. There's more range.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
I'm on Pop.
She liked the way that I heard.
The
Girl,
one
I
that
be
kills
groveling.
me is when he's like, I'll take you to the candy shop.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, what?
He give me 50 Cent and DMX vibes for sure.
And then
Yeah.
DMX, I mean,
Very,
and then what's his name? 50 is on that song. Where I'll take you to the candy shop.
I remember Gigi's theory about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Say something, but I didn't want to get too deep.
The streets never heard that theory. The streets never heard that theory. Maybe we'll add that as a bonus on this.
Like, oh no, you know,
I ain't hear the theory yet. I want to hear it.
I don't know. He just really reminds me of 50 Cent, but maybe they both from New York.
Did you hear her?
He a clone or something? What you talking about?
That's exactly what she said.
Something is weird. Something is weird. But I just be into conspiracy theories, you know. It's really weird to me how he was popping and then the nigga died. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's how everybody was. Like Nipsey was popping.
Well, we know why they killed Nick.
I don't know. I think 50 Cent needed some money or
About to
something.
speak out against Biden. That's why.
So what happened?
Starting trouble now.
You said 50 need money. How? That nigga made power.
50 don't need money.
I don't know. Don't
He's
listen
about to
me.
be
It
the
just
next
is weird.
billionaire. Because he be hustling.
He better be the next Donald Trump.
Just edit that out.
Wait, I heard Biden and Trump in the last 2 seconds. What's going on?
I know. Can you try to throw in that little sneaky comment? I want to know what it is, but I ain't want to dig it up.
No, I said probably something about him speaking out against Biden or something. I don't remember what I said.
He passionate people.
All right.
G felt misunderstood. I feel like I think that y'all points came across. Y'all just wasn't feeling it. What the other person was saying.
It's just a little debate. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I like. Yeah, I mean.
Please say what you feel, G's, please.
Well, no, you just aggressive. No, your aggression was towards Trump, but I just felt like I wanted to say my opinion, and it calmed you down. Like I want you to hear where I was coming from. I felt like your aggression made it seem like you didn't hear where I was coming from.
Gotcha.
So that's why I went like, I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not supporting Trump. I just was trying to be like, it scares me that people just hops on this like up. I don't know, that's for another conversation. But it's scary to me, like the way people just be like, oh.
Geez, you know me as a person.
You said what?
You know me as a person. Do you think that I'm just like jumping on the bandwagon and being like, oh, I'm gonna go with Biden because he has a black vice?
No. No, of course not. When I say people, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Like, I know there's no other answer. Like, it's politics. We have, like, that's our only choice when I have to vote. We don't have no other alternative. But I don't have the alternative. You said what?
I said it's back open again.
We are in healing. We are having a good conversation. He in the back with his face and all.
No, but I feel like G keeps trying to fix what he's saying. You said what you said, and the way you said it was how you meant it.
Well, yeah, but I was just explaining to Moni, like, because she explained where her aggression came from. I didn't want her to feel like she hurt my feelings or she made me feel the type of way. It was just simple fact, like you said, like, both
I don't want people to just jump in. I don't want, because you keep saying, I don't want people to just jump in. I don't want people to be on a bandwagon. I don't want people to say black. People already knew they wanted Trump out. I didn't give a fuck if it was a fucking squirrel running. I already knew that I was going to vote against him. There was only one person to choose from to get him out. It's not about a bandwagon, and it's not about black, because we didn't know about black until 2 days ago. So you keep saying these things and they were irrelevant. It's not a bandwagon.
What you mean black?
Kamala.
Who?
Kamala.
Oh, Kamala.
We talked about Kamala last week and you kept mentioning black. It had nothing to do with black. My mind was made up before Kamala.
And I think that's a different perspective of like viewing it. Like, no, we're not. I mean, that's how, like, making the decision that we can. Like, no, we're not voting for Biden, like voting against Trump. Like, that's, you know, like the best.
It's like we do, y'all
right
making
now.
the best of the situation, and I'm just kind of like stubborn. I'm like, I just like refuse to settle, but I have to settle because I don't want to not vote, but it's just like, fuck both of them.
You be making these
sprinkle that shit, and then you're gonna be talking about it's the editing, but who am I? Who am I?
No, I think you were clear, Jeesh. I think you were clear, but I think also that you have to understand that with that type of radical thinking, that people are going to challenge you, and you are going to be misunderstood because people do feel passionately about Trump.
Either way you talk is a sway away from everything. That's what it is. With the side of go out and vote, and I don't like Trump. And on that note, I'm going to fucking sleep.
Well, because like I haven't figured out how to articulate it good enough.
I'm listening,
so
please. Keep going.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Yes. Keep going. Say more. Keem ain't gonna shut us up.
I ain't.
Oh no, I just said no. I still don't feel like I executed what I was trying to say good. That's all. I just don't. And one day I will.
No, I think you did. I hear you. I don't think you support Trump. I don't like that's not.
Ali to Gigi, what are you saying?
I said I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for understanding what I said.
Arguments, we got that at home.
We got that at home. We got that at home.
Hey.
Yes, we talked about what we wanted to talk about.
I can't believe Tory Lanez, though.
I think that's that little man syndrome.
Listen.
He was mad.
I said he couldn't grab her and take her down, so he shot her down. He knew. He was like,
listen. I know for a fact, and I don't know them personally, but I know for a fact Tory can't whip Meg, one-on-one.
Exactly. In his head, he probably was like,
Meg.
He probably was jealous because she taller.
I just feel like Meg had him in a headlock going in a circle, like.
Yeah,
some shit like that.
He big and strong,
embarrassed,
and he knew.
I want to like him to explain thinking.
Yes,
because nigga, what you thinking? You just about to shoot somebody? What? You just gonna shoot her in the feet?
Yo, could y'all imagine if he shot her in the shot her and killed her? That shit would have been fucked up.
It would be crazy.
No, they would have covered the fuck up out of that.
Oh hell, ain't no covering up that shit. Then like her best
cover, everything's on video. I still think
her best
want to come out.
That's true.
Her best friend was with her too, so she would have had to kill them both.
And everybody talked about it. Her bodyguard said, "I got you next time I see you." Her friend I don't remember what the friend said, but people have spoken out indirectly because nobody wants to name names, but they've addressed it.
He pretty much banned from Texas. Goddamn.
Word.
He getting deported?
Huh?
Huh?
He getting deported?
No, I'm saying he banned from Texas. That nigga ain't going to Texas.
But he's from Canada, so are they gonna send him back?
They keep talking about it, probably.
Damn.
I think he hiding in Canada. He ain't coming to the States.
Oh, he's not here?
Shit, they on his head. They trying to take that man out.
He left.
He went back to Canada.
Each town. Each town was talking about taking him out too, just because it's Meg and that's where she's from.
Tory.
Hold up.
They gonna have that man, sheesh, on the grill.
He's real.
Little ass.
All right.
Cardi and such get a divorce. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't believe that. Like, where'd that come from?
What you mean?
He already broke
Nick-
out
Nick-
with him.
Nikki told her in the motorsport song.
What?
Shut up.
Watching man.
But they already broke out before she knew he fucking shit.
Y'all be trying to play
The same shit we seen publicly about him being a dog is the same shit that went on behind the scenes and she decided to let it go.
And she's gonna let it go
Yes.
every time, probably. I bet they're gonna be back together. They're gonna be that couple that gets married, gets divorced, gets married, gets divorced.
I pray not.
That's gonna be a lot for little culture. I hope they don't do that to that baby.
I think Cardi's serious because like she made the song "Be Careful with Me" and shit, so she might be serious.
But what the nigga after she made that shit?
You said what?
Huh?
She got back with him after she.
No, but she was just
He
telling.
did.
She was just telling him be careful. That was a warning track.
We do.
But then he.
No, she gonna love him again.
I wonder if they signed a prenup or something, because that's all I want to know. Who gonna get the money? Because they both rich.
Hopefully they just make their own.
I think they both petty.
But have they confirmed it? Is it confirmed?
Or was it TMZ?
Because you can see the documents. It happened today. You can see documents. It's public.
Oh yeah, because remember, because the public, the court shows that they had gotten married before they had not like he proposed.
Yeah.
He proposed on TV, but they really was already married. So yeah.
It was.
They
Yeah,
said
correct.
that the document said that they already been separated and she wants child support and full custody. So she's still going for that money.
But weren't they videos on Instagram like a little while ago? Constantly.
Hold on, time out. You said child support and full custody.
Yeah. Oh, here go the top notch, the head nigga of We Have That at Home. What's up, Joshy? What you got to say, my brother?
They both got money. What she need child support for?
I know, it's crazy.
Petty.
That's crazy.
Petty to give him a hard time.
Scorn. She a woman scorn. She ready for
Then he already got like 4 other kids.
He probably did some dog ass shit. She's pissed. She ain't thinking about how rich she is. She just want him to be in that system, cut her checks, take the baby and run. But she can do it in a fancier way because she got moolah. That's the same shit they do in the neighborhood.
Ghetto. She ghetto.
She ghetto.
Because stuff still was coming out about him being in DMs and blah, blah, blah. And he was denying it. And like, you're not going to mess up my home. Y'all seen that video where he was playing the video games and she walked in the room and he was like, he hit the phone. Yeah. And he was like, y'all just trying to ruin my house. No, sir. We know the moves. We grown.
For real?
Yes. Tucked his shit.
She opened the door. He was like,
Definitely them moves.
You gotta sit there for a second, casually finish a fake text.
and she just was cracking the door. It ain't like she came in the room. She cracked the door. He looked over with the controller and was hiding his phone.
He probably heard that.
That's why they getting divorced.
I would have just switched to the game app or something. I would have went to Call of Duty, like, hey, babe, what's up?
That's the thing. He was playing with a controller. The phone was on his lap. The door cracked open, and he went for the phone.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy. Like to think that you can already be and you still gotta fuck with somebody else. That's crazy.
You know how annoying she probably was?
Nigga is saying
but the thing is, he fucked her and got her pregnant though. I'm saying like if you like, you can't be out here playing with people's lives at the same time.
Right.
What? Joshua?
That's right.
What you mean?
That was on last season with us?
Yeah.
I mean, but
You can't be playing with these female heart. Okay, Kim.
I'm saying, like, they grown now.
he
These
is
grown
Okay.
folks. These ain't no teenagers.
Growth.
I
These
like
ain't
it.
teenagers.
Right. That's your stance on relationships right now, that you can't play with these women's hearts?
Exactly. You won't want to play with your heart, so I'll play with somebody else's. You feel me?
They patronize
I'm
you,
just
bro.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm just saying, for real. That's real shit.
But are you in a relationship right now?
No comment. No comment.
My man said no comment.
It sounds like love from over here.
It does. He's not playing with hearts no more. I mean, I like it.
That's
I
real.
was just shocked to hear you say that, but I definitely support.
The world is crazy.
Before we go, one last thing, because I've been watching a lot of Moesha on Netflix. You know, it's out, and I've been watching a lot of Girlfriends. Is Joan not the adult Moesha?
I have not seen.
Oh.
I haven't seen it. Go ahead.
Makes sense.
All,
You haven't seen what?
all of our Black shows are the same.
No, I don't think so.
Same. Different characters, they just change the story. Like, for example, Proud Family is Moesha. Proud Family
I
is
don't watch the Proud Family, so I don't even know.
Oh. Well, they're all the same.
Proud Family is Moesha. You fucked me up.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Dejanay is Kim.
Jeez.
Sticky is
But who's Asiana?
like the other girl, the other rich girl.
The white girl?
The one from when they was in college.
Oh, what's her face?
Who the
Light-skinned
purple
chick.
chicks in? And Moesha?
Yeah.
The
I don't
girl-
know.
That's the who are the people that beat them up?
Oh
Who are the
my
people that beat up
God.
Hakeem at the concert?
I remember.
That's the
Yo,
girl.
now
that
I'm
was-
watching Proud Family. I need y'all to compare Joan to Moesha. They're really the same one. They're busybodies,
Yeah.
always somebody's business, always
Oh.
about their feelings, like super silly, but like on their shit. Like it's the same character.
Yeah.
So
Even Sister have the same storyline, low key, as Moesha. They do the same shit.
You
the
have me watching
step-parent,
all of them, like taking notes, like
It's a sister, yeah.
seeing the
so
comparison.
good. They are so good. Like watching them back, I'm in love. Like I didn't forget how good those shows were.
Y'all still watch
We don't
Smart
get
Guy?
TV like that no more. We don't get like TV that's addressing the issue that's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't get those TV shows no more. Now everything is just all comedy. We don't get the like, okay, what if your friend, you know what I'm saying? What if your friend stole from you? Where that's addressed rape on
Moesha was taking birth
this
control.
episode. That's addressed doing drugs. Like, we don't get that no more.
Miles was smoking weed at 11. When I
She
saw
was
that, I was
very,
like, no.
For
Modern.
real, Miles joints.
I was so surprised. I'm like, they would never show that on TV.
Come on,
now.
Jamal had a little. Come up.
I wanted to thank Gigi and Joshi for coming. We forced their asses to come and participate. They want no motherfucking parts, but they love us, so they come on. They came on. We had to get at least one video out of them because we're making big moves and we want them to be involved.
The family.
I've been.
And on that note, peace out. Whoever wants to